Hello, bonjour, good day. This is different. I'm in my car. You can't see me because I don't want to disturb the camera. The purpose of this video is to prove what YouTube was saying last night online, that I can now record videos longer than 15 minutes. So I thought, why not go for a little drive and see if it's still going after 15 minutes. So I have made this video once already this morning and it didn't last very long. It could have been the setting on the camera. But if you're still there watching this in about half an hour's time, it means it does work. So I'm going to go from here through Great Clacton, past the council tip en route, and end up in Jaywick, where I used to live. So I'm going to start the car now. You can't hear much from me on the journey, but hope you enjoy the view. We're going past the Valley Farm Park, Caravan Park, holiday centre. Now we're coming into Great Clacton. Well, the ship pub's still there. A lot of places have closed down around here. Some closed down before the virus came along. I'm still recording so far. Right, I'm going to pull into this car park here. It's where I used to live. Doesn't seem to be many residents about, but this is where I used to live. I don't want to move the camera if I can help it. Just behind that trailer thing is the top flat is mine. Not the one right in front of you, the one next to it is jutting out. Or it used to be mine. They've still got a lot of work going on here in Howard Vice Court. They're waving to one of my old neighbours. She can't see me. Right. Okay. Now we're on our way to the next point of interest. This is the big roundabout coming up as you come up into Clacton, with the fire station on the other side of the roundabout. And all the holiday makers making their way into Clacton. There's the fire station on the left. I think this is St John's Road, if I recall. If I continue on this road, on the left we will find Jaywick Lane, but I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to cut that part of the journey off because I want to go by the local council tip. This is where I turn left and cut a bit of the journey off. I'm just going to pull into the bus stop here just to adjust the angle of the camera very slightly. Sure what with. Let's try a CD. That's a bit better. Right. Let's go again. And we're still rolling on the camera, on the film. A bit further down here we're going to come up to a set of traffic lights and we're going to be turning right at the lights, and that will take us past the local council tip. Basically I want to see if there's a long queue of cars waiting to go into the skip as there was, or tip I should say, as it was the other week. If you stayed on this road you'd end up going into the town centre. We're not going to do that, not yet anyway. So we're going to turn right at these lights. About half a mile down the road we'll come across the council tip, or the entrance to it. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, but we should see a long queue of cars waiting to go in. Just before the council tip, which will come up on our right, there's Clacton Football Club. Well, I've done a disco in there for Fred McLeod, his birthday, on his 50th. Remember that one? And he took possession of his new bike, as I recall. There's the Clacton football ground on the right, and the council tip is on the right, just past it. And shock horror, there's no queues of cars waiting to go in. Unbelievable. Oh, which means I can get rid of some stuff now. Right, that's another story, but anyway. Right, we'll continue on this road until we get to Jaywick Lane, and we're going to be turning left. And the camera is still going. Well done. I would have thought. I've been recording for more than 15 minutes. Well, Jaywick Lane's not always that busy. Go on, girl, go for it. Okay, I think we can go now. This is what I call the poshest end of Jaywick, as I had one lady describe it as we're in West Clacton, not Jaywick. She thought Jaywick didn't sound very posh in the estate agent, so she wanted it called West Clacton. Right, on the right coming down, we're coming up to a double mini roundabout now. On the right, you're going to see, well, not very well, you'll see it better coming from the opposite direction. There's a parade of shops off to my right, and also you'll see over to your right, there's the 3J's pub. No, I'm not going in. Right, now we're into the nitty-gritty, I call, of Jaywick. Just off to the right there's a road going towards where I get my tablets. I go once a month, while I'm still able to drive, I drive there and back. There will come a day when I'll have to get them delivered. As you can see, there's a lot of bungalows down here still, and they're all lived in. Some people buy them up and rent them out. Now, the sorry sight I found the other day when I was down here, there's a lot of empty business properties, amusement arcades, pubs and various other things all closed down. There should be an amusement arcade on the right there, that's shut. There's a cafe open, there's a couple of bits still going. Cost cutters. Another amusement arcade closed down. Fish and chips, and the Never Say Die pub is still open. Never Say Die. Right, we're going to come into a short stretch of one-way system very soon. At the other end of it is where there was some temporary traffic lights the other day. I don't know if they're still there or what they're for, but we might have to wait at the lights when we get. This is the one-way system. Yeah, the temporary traffic lights are still there. On the left there's a car park for people who want to spend a few days in Jaywick, or a day in Jaywick, and we've got a bit of luck, the lights have gone green. So I'm going to go to the right of this roundabout and go the full circuit around Jaywick, or the Brooklands estate. There's one or two speed bumps on this section of road, so I should be taking my time. So I don't want to disturb the camera. When I lived down here, the buses used to come along this road, probably still do. And their end of route sort of thing is about 20 yards from where I used to live. Just go over a grass verge and I can get on the bus. There's another speed bump. These ones to our left and right are not new, but newish. And another speed bump. The houses you can see or saw to the right there were being built when I moved down here. The Brooklands estate is on our left, and that's where I was living. Right. Just about to see in the distance a bus stop. Actually, the bus stop is further away from where I was living than I thought it was. I would say a good 50 yards, 100 yards, possibly 100 yards. You've seen photographs of my old wooden shack by the sea. What I'll do, if this video works out, and I can post it on YouTube, okay, and onto Facebook, I have got a photograph of my old wooden shack by the sea, which I shall post on Facebook along with the video. Right. We've come as far as we're going to go. We're not going to go back the same way here. We're going to turn left at the end of here and go along the seafront, back to those traffic lights. And there's some stuff coming the other way, so I've got to wait. Right. We're able to go. We used to be able to catch the bus there that took us into town or to Tesco's, the other end of town. Right, this is where we turn left. You won't be able to see the sea because there's a sea wall. And you'll see on the left, roughly where that white van is, there's a road called Vauxhall Avenue. You can't see the sign, but that's the road where I was living. Looks a bit derelict still, but they have improved the roads a little bit along here, I must admit. Coming up on the left is a community hall which was built just before I moved to Jaywick, and that's where I casted my vote when there was an election. And most of these cars along here are, I would say, holiday makers on the beach. Gets a bit narrow along here, as we can see. On the left where the fencing is, there used to be amusement arcade and a cafe. That's got demolished. And a bit further on the left is where they have a boot sale once a week. Well, they did do. I don't know if it's still going. Last time I went there wasn't many people there. What are these lights doing? No, I've got to wait. There you go. Right. Well, my video camera is still going, thankfully. We're going to go up now to the 3J's pub where the double mini roundabout is and turn right and go back home via the seafront, and you'll see how busy it gets. I can't stop and do any filming, it's got to keep going as long as we can. Looks like there's a freeway set of traffic lights here. The ones that just come from the left, and now the ones are coming from the right, and it should be our turn next. That looks like a new building in front of me. I don't know what it is. It's like houses, flats, with garages underneath. It looks new. It's new to me anyway. Right, we should be going any second now. One of these days. Here we go. There's the car park again. You can't see it very well, but on straight ahead of you there's some disused amusement arcade, and to the immediate right there's a little sub post office where I used to collect my money. And there's on the left the Sheldrake pub. Looks like that's closed down. Betting office there instead now. We're in the one-way system again. And we're going back now the way we came in. Take things steady along here because you get all in sundry walking across the road. It's good to see that there is one pub down here still working. There's a few bits and pieces going on. The cafe there, but the amusement arcade, both of them are dead basically. That looks like it's a new property there. A little bit further on the right, you possibly won't see it, but there's what used to be the old community centre for Jaywick. I've helped my friend do a few tabletop sales in that place. Maybe one day I'll come down here with the camera and I'll walk about and show you some of the places a bit better.